Welcome back. This is the Inside the Great Outdoors. Going to the phone lines. How's Lenny doing?
Oh, I'm doing well.
Save me from these these guys.
Well, it's interesting that you just talked about early man.
Yeah.
Because I've been thinking about early man of late and the development of societies and, how we got to where we are today.
I think we're getting worse, Lenny,
And, well, we had a lot of good lessons that we knew, but we're starting to reject a lot of the lessons.
Yes, we are.
Anyhow, I got to thinking about one of the classifications of old people, ancient people, that is, and that's Homo habilis. And I thought habilis, the Latin word for using a tool.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up, and sure enough, Homo habilis is literally handyman, which reminded me of a Canadian television show called Red Green.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And one of his comments was always, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy, which I thought was great wisdom.
Do they know how long those people lived?
There were a bunch in Africa, There were all kinds of these ancient Homo.
But I mean, how long did they live? What was the lifespan?
Maybe 20 years, maybe.
I know one who's lived forever.
Darn near.
So the average is only 20 years old?
Probably.
Wow. Because of conditions?
Yeah, they didn't live long. Like most wild animals don't live
long.
These are wild people.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Lenny.
And the other thing is, it's interesting when you speculate on how organisms that have certain characteristics are better able to survive and pass their genes along, and Darwin called that natural selection.
Mm-hmm.
And some people think that's the basis of what they call evolution. And the first rule of genetics and the study of, anthropology is if your parents didn't have children, chances are neither will you.
That's pretty good. That's more than chances. I would say that's a definite. Or if they didn't have any
you got
smart,
Joe thinking over there, Lenny.
smart ones. Oh, God.
Yeah, Joe had that look on his face like, did my mom have any kids? I had a sister. Wait a minute.
Well, I just thought I'd inject a little knowledge and a little humor.
There you go.
The humor was well worth it, Lenny. Was
Absolutely.
well worth putting a dime in the machine,
God, my skin is... We're going to have to wear armor plating next week.
We'll bring a can opener. We'll use it on the sardines, and we'll crack into Joe.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All
Lenny.
right.
Then we'll put some in the
Thanks,
microwave. Yeah.
Carry on, gentlemen.
We'll see ya.
Thanks, Lenny.
Carry on.
Yep, you got it.
That would make all the guys at the Irish show mad.
Oh,
Come in here.
It'll smell like fish. Of course,
Smell like sardines and mustard sauce.
I like sardines and mustard.
Me too.
I like
sardines
it with
and mustard with some sliced onion
and some vinegar,
brown bread.
That's
bread
why
and
you
a
guys,
little bit of vinegar in
That's
there,
why
too.
you guys are so sour.
What?
What? We're not sour.
Yeah.
We're happy. We're always laughing.
Yeah, right at me.
We're not.
Well.
We're laughing with you.
Oh, yeah, right. I could tell. So
right. He's here in the room with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So deer
with
season,
us.
let's off topic. Deer season opened yesterday.
Yeah, I saw a few guys out.
Did you? And a couple comments. If you have a good sized buck in your area that's been hanging around lately, you had yesterday, today, maybe tomorrow, and then he's gonna go into hiding.
He's gone.
So I would always get nice deer to mount the first few days of the season, but what is very interesting, my buddy Chris helped me. We put out 10 cameras. Man, they're popping pictures like left and right. I couldn't believe how much is happening, but it's noticeably more bucks this year than in the past. and they might be out. And my one buddy's gotten pictures of them fighting already.
Wow.
So that's unusual. So for this year, so it's a, but let's get to the phone because we got Zeus here wants to talk about boots. Good morning there, Zeus.
Hey, great show, guys. Again, I got a question for you. Someone told me what it was when I was down on the rocks off Lake Erie last winter fishing for steelhead.
Yeah.
And it was like a crampon type thing. It wasn't a crampon, but it was that type of thing, like some type of cleats that I would attach to my shoes or boots for the traction on those rocks.
Right.
Can I have a brand name?
They're they have them. Let's see, what would it be? Are you talking about the kind that screw into the sole of your boot?
No,
or the kind that strap
like
on the
Strap-on.
outside?
a strap-on.
Strap-on.
They would strap on
HT
the
makes
outside.
a pair. HT Enterprises makes a pair. They're called, what are they called? Creepers or grippers or? Hang on a second.
I can't remember.
He'll look it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is a good thing because you fall, and as you're older, and especially on rocks, man, you could be in some bad shape, and they get slick, not only icy but even slick from the moss and stuff. So not necessarily only in the winter, but even other times, walking.
There's one. They're called stabilizers.
Stable icer.
Yeah, it's instead of stabilizer,
Yeah.
it's
Nice, I got you, yeah.
stabilizers. Ice
And
traction.
HT Enterprises. HT Enterprises
That's
is
a
the company?
the stabilizers are a different
Company.
that does it. You can get them through Uline. You can get them through. Yeah, they're like $30 through the the Uline catalog you get in
Yeah.
the mail
Sure.
sometimes.
What about Amazon?
Due North has them.
Or-
you can search Amazon for boot traction cleats.
Check
Okay.
Great
You'll see
Lakes
'em.
too. Great Lakes
Yeah.
might have them.
Yeah.
Great Lakes or a lot
Yeah,
of
give them a call.
a lot of the
Yeah.
stores around here might have them too.
There's some
Thank-
that postal carriers wear
Oh.
to give them traction.
Really?
They're not as heavy duty as the ones you're thinking of, though. The stabilizers are very nice. They're sort of like metal studs on the bottom of your boot. They look pretty good. So
I'll tell you
I
the
appreciate that.
The
Yeah.
best ones I've ever seen were they got them through the railroad companies. A lot of the people that work on the railroads, they're actual galoshes you put over your boots, and they have
Ooh.
yeah.
they have
Ooh.
cleats on the bottom. And boy, are they nice! But I don't know where they got them. But they're actual galoshes you put over your boots. They are the best I've ever seen for walking on ice. But again,
I'm going to keep.
they're
Yeah,
gotten
while I'm
through
down
the
there, when I'm
post
down there on
office,
those
you know?
rocks,
Yeah.
when I'm down there on the rocks, I catch and release. But again, that gets treacherous. I mean,
Oh, my
you
God,
got to watch
yeah.
the wind and the waves.
Yeah.
You don't
And
want
if
a
you
rogue
get
wave
hurt
coming.
bad out there, you're in
stuck.
trouble.
Oh,
Yeah, especially if you go solo. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
so if I had like a net, I see some of those guys that have like nets that have 10
Yeah.
or 15-foot
Yeah.
handles.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm catching and releasing, and that doesn't help me because I got to find a spot where I can get down to the water.
Sure.
Sure.
'Cause you can't
yeah.
you can't catch a steelhead, not fight it, but bring it in for 15 minutes and then just lower your net in the water and it's going to swim away. You got to revive it for a
Yeah.
few minutes.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So there's really
that's-
no way.
That's very
you have to be down there.
You're very conscientious. That's very good. That's very good.
You remember
Well,
hunting,
thanks.
duck hunting down on the rocks down there?
Oh.
Oh, that used to be really treacherous,
Yes.
But
it was
Yeah,
good.
a lot of the guys that do the night bite walleye fishing down there.
Oh,
off the
yeah.
rocks, they need them too. So.
Sure, that's a good
Because it gets
point.
icy, and if you fall and
Well,
slip,
it
and
doesn't
fall in
even
the
have to
lake,
be
you're-
icy.
Wear,
you're
wear
in
a
trouble.
PFD, too, if
Yeah.
you're doing
Absolutely.
that down there.
It doesn't have
Good
to
advice.
be icy for it to be
Well,
slick.
If
Yeah,
you
wear
fall and you fall on
PFD.
your back or something, it'll sort of cushion the blow, and then if you fall in the lake, it'll keep you up. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I
one,
see.
One
Yeah.
more question on that. I have a 7-foot, St. Croix fast action bass rod that I got it for that I use it down there to throw little Cleos.
Yeah.
And then I also have a 10-foot 6 St. Croix salmon rod, to float, down the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I were to get another spinning rod, what is best for using little Cleos down there for steelhead and, for bass? What kind of size length do I want, and what kind of?
The 7-footer will work
Seven,
nice.
I was gonna say
7 to
seven.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, a
even
little
an
longer.
8. Even an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Even
little
an
longer,
8-foot.
better.
Yeah. And
You'll
I
be
get
able
a
to cast it further if it's
medium
a little bit
action.
longer.
Medium
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
Does that help?
so
Medium with
that
a
helps.
fast tip, but lots of backbone to it,
Yeah.
so you can fight them.
Sure. I think Dr. Norm, you said the one thing, the little bit longer rod, an 8-foot's going to flip it out there a little further.
Exactly.
Come on, more water.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's
Perfect.
what you need. That's what you need.
Got
Okay.
it. Okay, guys, thanks
Yeah,
again.
you
I'll
got
see you
it. Good luck. Catch
Good
some
luck.
fish.
Have a
Be
good day.
careful, though.
Yeah,
Use
keep
that
us-
PFD.
Let us know how you're doing.
We'll see you.
Will do. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
See ya. Okay. And that will take a break because we got a fishing report coming up. So we'll take a break. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
One day you're up and the next day you're down. You can't face the world with your head to the ground. The grass is always greener on the other side, they say. So don't worry, boys, that will be sweet someday. Made enough to stay.
Whether you're a novice or a well-seasoned angler, if you want that extra edge in catching more fish, you want one of the many species of Kodiak scent. Made from real bait fish, Kodiak fishing scents are made from pure freeze-dried bait. Freeze-drying enhances the scent considerably, making it the most potent fishing scent available to the fishermen today. It comes in many flavors, including shad, crayfish, salmon egg, and the most popular, minnow. Add the paste to your lures, it really sticks. And when a fish hits, it doesn't let go. And if you use tube jigs, try the tube injector. This handy syringe is made especially to be inserted into a tube jig. Kodiak fishing scents are now available online at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. If you want to catch fish, you want Kodiak from Coulis.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. Are you ready to catch the big one? Introducing Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs, your ultimate secret weapon for a successful fishing trip. Designed with fishermen in mind, Kodiak Catfish Bombs release an irresistible scent that draws catfish in from miles away. Just toss it in, wait a bit, and watch the action unfold. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, these bombs are hot stuff. Perfect for the weekend angler or those late-night catfish excursions. Watch your catch rate explode with Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs. Available online at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. This is Carl Big Daddy Backnell for Inside the Great Outdoors Radio. We're Cleveland's only live, independent call-in outdoors radio show, and we're in need of sponsors. Every Sunday morning from 7 to 10 a.m., Castaway Coulis, Dr. Norm, Joe Keogh, and myself cover a variety of outdoor-related topics. The show podcast also runs nationally several times a week on the Outdoor Radio Network. If you own a local business and are looking for a place to advertise, Inside the Great Outdoors is for you. For more information, contact Joe Castaway Coulis by email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Lowest rates in town for the fastest 3 hours in radio. Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors on a beautiful sunny Sunday, and we're going now to hear the fishing report with Big Daddy Carl Bachtel, who anti-coolus.
Here I am. I'm not anti-coolus. I'm pro-comedy.
Oh, this is comedy? Oh, my
yeah.
God. Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Doesn't feel like fun to me. Okay, what's the report?
Well, fish are biting.
We heard that.
Back to you.
Good, thanks. Enough of the hot air.
Enough of the hot air.
Yeah.
No, things are definitely looking up. Water
Are they?
temperatures are
Improving?
improving. They're cooling off, which is
Okay.
a good thing. The bait fish are starting to school up a little bit, and the fish are, if they're not following now, they're very soon to follow.
Okay.
The little bit of rain we had helped.
Did it?
Not a lot,
Yeah.
but we had a few good, steady soakers going.
Okay,
last-
just
earlier
real
in the
quickly,
week,
I want to
so-
bring this up. So we've had really cool nights, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we're going to have like 48 coming up, but then 80 during the day. So does that affect the time of day you should be fishing?
You should go in the mornings and evenings.
Okay, just like
Mm-hmm.
regular summer.
You can still, like bluegills and bluegills will bite in the middle of the afternoon sometimes if they're in the mood, but
Yeah.
I would stick to the early mornings and later in the evenings.
Okay.
So if you're, like I was saying before I was interrupted by Joe.
I wanted to get a very
I
important
know.
a point across.
I know.
Okay.
The rain helped a little bit, but
Yeah.
not a lot. It did get a little water into some of the rivers. So a few more steelhead have gone upstream, but not very many. I haven't seen very many reports of anybody catching anything on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
There's still smallmouth in the rivers, the smaller smallmouth, the 10, 11-inch or less smallies. They're still catching those. But out in Pennsylvania and around here, too, the steelhead are starting to stage in close. So they're starting to catch more off the shorelines at 55th and out off the short wall at Fairport and Headlands breakwall out there. I haven't heard anything at the mouth of the Rocky yet, but I'm sure that they're there. You just got to, drag your spoons, your KO wobblers, or your little Cleos, or crocodile spoons, or blue fox spinners, or Meps spinners, and give it a shot. That's the thing about fishing. I mean, the fishing report, I can tell you where we caught them last week. You could go to the same spot, and you're not going to catch anything because fish move. But use it as a guide and say, well, hey, let's try there. And if not, we'll try something similar in a different spot. You just try and go out and figure it out. That's the great thing about it. I was out at Mosquito yesterday and caught, 35, 40 bluegills.
Wow.
But a lot of little ones still. Could have kept probably a dozen. I threw them back. I just didn't feel like cleaning them. It was more for fun fishing.
Yeah.
And but I was using worms on a hook about 5 feet under a slip float, and it was pretty good. It wasn't size wise, it wasn't the greatest, but catching fish is catching fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there weren't too many people out. There were some in the morning, but most of them left by 11. So I don't know. I didn't see anybody else really catching much of anything. A lot of folks were catfishing. There were a couple of folks that were catching bluegills like I was. I did pull a couple of yellow perch. One was maybe 7.5 inches long, almost 8 inches, that I probably could have kept, but I threw it back because it was just one. So
Yeah, you need to have
Yeah.
a few to make
But
a
I
meal.
this week go out and try some other inland lake yellow perching spots.
Oh.
I may head out to Mogador and try out there. A friend of mine, Jay, called me last week and said him and his dad were out drifting at Mogador, and they caught enough for a nice little fish fry. So
What's the story with the boat?
I'm going to work on it this afternoon.
Oh, good.
As soon as the Browns make me angry enough to
Is
go
it-
outside.
Is it
So-
getting close?
Yeah, just going to put the transom back on and then,
Just.
go get the sticker for the plate. And
Okay.
Did you do the causeway at Mosquito again?
Yep. Yeah, I was sitting out there. I was on the north side, and I caught. I had one keeper on the north side and several little ones, and that just shut off for some reason. I don't know why. The big catfish came in there or something. But then I went to the south side later in the morning around noon, and it was gangbusters. So,
Huh.
and just fun fishing, and
Yeah.
I also have heard that they're catching some crappies at Portage Lakes in 10 to 12 feet of water down about 6 feet, so they're still suspended. But they're starting to move in closer. The bass fishing at Portage has been hot off the charts, and Nimisila also, the bass fishing's been really good. They're throwing shallow diving crankbaits and spinner baits for them. And if you get there early in the morning or in the evening and you have some weed mats, throw those top waters along the edges of those weeds and right over the top, and you might have some real fun, because top water bites are always a blast, and literally. And further south in the Tusk, I've heard they're starting to pick up the sawguys and the pike at the spillways.
Wow.
So I've heard spillway fishing's been pretty good at Piedmont and at Atwood, and Leesville, the sawguys are starting. So if you have blade baits, and at Atwood, blade baits, fish the points at Atwood by the lodge there. Always a good spot. Throw your number 5 Swedish pimples or your Hopkins spoons in either hammered silver or hammered gold, and just cast them out, let them sink, and jerk them off the bottom. And when it doesn't come off the bottom, that's a fish. So, but there's some really nice sawguys in Piedmont and Atwood and Tappan, and pretty soon they're going to start to lower the levels at Tappan too, and when that happens, they're going to Winter Pool, and that's when all the fish start to migrate to the underpasses, Route 250 there. And if you go down there and drive Route 250, you'll see boats just stacked up in these spots, and guys go down there and vertical jig those blade baits like the Vibes and head and sonars and things like that, and that's a real ball. And it's usually a little bit into October when that happens, but you can catch some really nice fish doing that too. And don't forget, if you're down there and you want to do some casting from shore, take your rattle traps with you. That's always a good bait down there to catch sawguys with. And you never know, you might hook into a monster. There was a gentleman who caught, this was years ago, this has to be 15 years ago. He was fishing the bridges at Clendenning with rattle traps. It's a silver rattle trap early in the morning. Hooked the state record sawguy. Went and had it weighed and everything. Was verified, the whole 9 yards. Next weekend went out, caught a bigger one. He broke his own record 2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
Which was pretty amazing. But yeah, it's that time of year, fall, the fish are they're just starting to get the feed going.
Yeah.
So it's always a good time to, like out at Mosquito, if you have a boat, to drift the creek channels and things like that, and go with your crappie rigs and, take some minnows with you and just drift out there for them. And you'll catch walleye, you'll catch crappies, you'll catch catfish, you'll catch bluegills, because everything's going to start hitting all together real soon. So,
Question. So now it's early with leaves falling.
Mhm.
what does that do to the pond or where you're fishing if there's a lot of leaves on the surface? Is that
Well, it makes it harder.
Yes.
You'll be catching leaves all the time, but it's just
there's
Not
nothing
much
you-
nothing
unless
you can
you're
do.
trolling, you know.
Yeah.
unless you want to walk out there with a leaf blower.
Okay, so that can be a problem
Well,
Not
with the
that
leaves.
much.
So you have to try
It's
to
really
find.
pretty though. If you
Oh,
go down
yeah.
to Piedmont or Clendenning,
oh, there's
at
there's
this
nothing
time
like
of the year,
fishing in the
it's
fall.
just beautiful.
Any of the
Just
lakes,
beautiful.
and
yeah.
and most trees when they change color, the trees that are the brightest colors and change the fastest are the ones near water, whether
they-
it's a river or a pond or
Yeah.
a lake or a reservoir. And you go to places like Mogador, and you'll think you're up in the middle of Canada somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Same
they
thing with
reflect.
Piedmont.
They reflect in the water, and
absolutely.
it's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get a
Okay.
nice little breeze, and you'll see the light bouncing under the leaves on
Yeah,
the
just
trees, and
Yeah.
it adds a really cool effect.
It's
so.
nice if you have quaking aspen because as they flutter,
Mm-hmm.
it's a cool thing. Okay,
Yep.
well, we got to take a break and then storytelling time. And Carl's going to tell us a story
I am?
today. Yep.
Okay.
So we will take a short break and we'll be back. Well, we have a caller and the engineer's got to deal with him. So we need to talk for a minute or so. But are you going? Oh, you're working on the boat.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the Browns pulled it out last year, boy. That last week. That was a
Seemed
surprise.
like last year.
I'm still
Yeah.
mad
Why?
because I'm tired of them having to get lucky to win.
Yeah,
I just want them to be a good football team
Yeah,
and play good football,
yeah,
not get lucky at the end.
yeah. Okay.
Because a lot of times they don't get lucky at the end.
Yeah, right. Okay, we'll take a short break. Storytelling time on the other side, and we'll return.
If you troll for walleye, steelhead, or even salmon, you need to check out Castaway's Magnetic Divers. The release is magnetic, so if it trips accidentally, no need to retrieve it. Simply give the line slack, it sinks and resets itself automatically. When fishing is slow, trip the diver when trolling. It will come up through the water column and very often trigger a strike because you are now covering different depths. It can be set to go off to the right, left, or straight behind the boat. It comes in 3 sizes and different colors. Why not try one today? You can order them online at castaway.com. That's castaway.com with a K. You will not only improve your fishing success, but will make trolling fun again because of no more retrieving after a false release. That's Castaway's Magnetic Diver at www.castaway.com with a K.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. This is Carl Big Daddy Backnell for Inside the Great Outdoors Radio. We're Cleveland's only live, independent call-in outdoors radio show, and we're in need of sponsors. Every Sunday morning from 7 to 10 a.m., Castaway Coolest, Dr. Norm, Joe Keogh, and myself cover a variety of outdoor-related topics. The show podcast also runs nationally several times a week on the Outdoor Radio Network. If you own a local business and are looking for a place to advertise, Inside the Great Outdoors is for you. For more information, contact Joe Castaway Coolest by email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Lowest rates in town for the fastest 3 hours in radio. Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. We're going to go to the phone lines first. How's Doug doing?
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, hello. Good morning, guys.
Yes.
Hey, Carl.
Yo.
This is a fishing question, comment, I guess. I don't know. But I was at Mosquito as well yesterday, and I was there last weekend bass fishing.
Okay.
Now, I go there in the fall. I don't know if you're a regular at that lake, but what they've done, well, before I say that, past 2-3 years on the in my boat, I can go out there, and it lake's down always every year. The water is gin clear. It looks like a glass of water. You can see the weeds 6 feet down. Big harping of weeds. Well, they had hydrilla, and they poisoned them. Since they've done that, I think virtually all the weeds are gone. I can't see 2 inches below the water. It looks like a cup of coffee. And regarding your fishing off the causeway on 88, this would be the if you're on the western end of the causeway and casting to the south, you could not do that because there's giant mats of weeds. But that was frog heaven for bass fishing.
Yep.
Now you go there's nothing to be seen.
There's
The
some
only
weed
weeds I
patches
see-
out there. There's still a couple around.
Yeah, they just decimated. But there's tons of lily pads. So whatever chemicals that they did, it didn't kill them. But I hear you talking about this boat that you have put the transom on stuff. But I don't know how late you fish in the year, but later this month, this is warm. But into October, almost November, I will go to a few spots that are remaining little bit of docks that's left on that lake. There's hardly any at all to be spoken of. I don't think I have to tell you. I hear you talk about you fish with the rest of the guys at the dam by those docks. But yeah, it's loaded with crappie is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have, there's actually an event. I was going to save that for good news. There's the duck shooting crappie tournament on the 19th of October up at Mosquito.
Oh, that'll be interesting. There's not many docks, just a few.
These are all the docks the Division of Wildlife rents to people through the year through the summer to keep their boats in the water, and then they pull them out at I think it's this weekend. It's today, by tomorrow. I think they have to be out.
But real quick, did you have any inside information or know what they did or what the future is regarding putting chemicals to kill the vegetation out there?
I think part of it is the some of the vegetation is gone. The other problem is when you kill weeds off, they don't take the weeds out; they just let them rot. So if there are some places with dead weeds, which I'm sure there are quite a few, but that might be contributing. But I think another thing that's contributing to it is there's a lot of septic runoff that goes into that lake. And with the temperatures we had this summer, that didn't help things either. So with algae blooms, and then that dies, and it dirties up the water and dingies up the water too, because Mogador gets to be the same way. And Mogador always used to be gin clear, and you can see 10 feet down and the whole 9 yards, and it's like looking into a brownish, greenish cup of swill.
But real quick, the Nimisilla, it's gin clear too. That's exactly how it looked at Mosquito Lake the past 3 years, and late in the fall.
Yep.
Now you can't see nothing.
Yeah, I think it's a couple of different factors. The weeds probably played a part, so I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I just don't think it's the whole problem.
And Joe, are you able, if it came down to fisticuffs, could you take two guys on at once to sit next to you?
Doc for sure.
Oh, he could take me.
But Carl, he could sit on you, so I think that would be the end of that.
It's my only defense, Joe.
Carl would sit on him, and I would.
I'll give him a bear hug.
Yeah,
he might like that too
much. I would kick him in the eye.
I could
punch him right in the kneecap.
I could pretty much say I've never been in a fight, even young.
Good for you.
No, I just didn't. I don't like adversity. The one thing that I'll never forget, I went to a Cleveland Indians game, baseball game, and we're leaving at the end, and I was with two other buddies, and they were ahead of me, and I had broken my wrist, and they just took my cast off. And somebody was, I don't remember, he was about my age. I don't remember what he looked like or nothing, but he took off walking next to me and just hit me in the side of the face, like for nothing. There was no confrontation. And everybody left, and I got split off from the other two guys. We were taking a bus, and I went and hid in an alleyway, and I was afraid to come out to get to the bus. Those guys went home, and I remember staying in like a doorway where it was dark and waiting till people were gone, and because I was afraid I was going to get beat up again. It doesn't make sense. It was in the arcade. We were coming out through the arcade and to wherever that dumps out.
Prospect there.
Okay. And so then I hid. I was scared to death.
That was me that hit you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Was it somebody you cooked for?
No. I don't remember. He was. So why? You know, and he kept going. You know, and I thought, boy, if I'd had my cast, man, I could have swung back. And I had to wait, and I bet you I waited a good hour, afraid to come out, and I went near where the bus would be, but my other buddies, they went home, you know.
Oh, those are true friends, huh?
Yeah, and I'm thinking
the buddies actually were Carl and me. We just left them.
But that was the only thing I ever remember about a fight, and it wasn't a fight.
I'm glad you didn't see me hit him.
Well, you fight. The only thing you fought was fish, right, Joe?
Exactly.
Right. And lions.
Yeah, lions, tigers,
And
bears.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Huh.
All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you, and thanks for that. I hope next
Yeah.
year it's better at Mosquito regarding the weeds, because that's why the fishing is so popular for bass.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, guys. Take
You
care.
got it.
We'll see you, Doug.
See you, Doug.
Okay. Well, I actually had a little bit of a story. You got
Go
a
ahead.
story.
You got one going.
No, that was it.
That was it?
Yeah, that just came into my head
Okay.
when we talked about fighting, but I don't like to fight. I don't like to argue even. But that was why, you think about it, just to show off to his buddies, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Was he a white kid, black kid?
I can't remember. I think white. I'm almost positive. But why? He was probably, and he wasn't that much bigger. And
There were a lot of punks around back
People
then.
are
Yeah.
goofuses.
Yeah.
yeah.
It doesn't matter when.
But
or
I didn't know
where.
if they were going to come
do it
back or
just
if it
do
was
it on
a
a
group.
Just
dare,
hear- hear about it
go-
more
go
now.
Get that kid over there.
Yeah. I probably looked like
Patsy,
yeah,
a Mark.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably.
I think does he look more like a Patsy or a Mark?
I'd say a Mark.
What's the
know.
difference?
One's a male and one's a female.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, that was, and I was scared that they're going to come back.
They're gonna get you.
So I just hid in the dark where they couldn't see. They kept going. They went
Well,
home.
they could have pantsed you too.
I don't know. Oh boy. Oh yikes. Okay, tell us a story, Carl.
Well, I was. I'm going to talk about Joe getting hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Let's see. Many moons ago. Oh heck, this has to be 20 years ago. I used to hang out with a guy I met through OhioGameFishing.com. His name was Gene Pittman.
Okay.
And me and Gene used to fish all the time. We'd fish during the week after work. I worked 8 to 4, and he worked at Barberton Hospital. And he worked in the heart cath lab there.
Ooh.
And we'd meet at his place. He lived on Portage Lakes, and we'd take his little boat out and do some bass fishing.
Really?
Usually
You did
Wednesdays
a lot of bass
and
fishing?
Thursdays. Oh, yeah, we had a ball.
Really?
And but this time of year, we'd go out. He had a neighbor who had a pontoon boat, and his neighbor would let him use her pontoon boat.
Wow.
And we'd go out on the pontoon boat and take like 4 lanterns with us.
Yeah.
And a couple of submersible underwater lights with us.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd go out and crappie fish at night.
Okay.
And one night it was me and Gene and my son Nick.
Okay.
And
How old was your son?
7.
Ooh.
And Gene he'd get out on the lake and he used to smoke cigars.
Okay.
And, man, they stink.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'd say, and that thing stinks. Yeah, at least it keeps the bugs away.
Did it?
And Nick chimed in one time.
Yeah.
And said, that thing smells like a wet dog. Just out of the blue.
Yeah.
7-year-old kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one stuck forever. So.
Yeah.
But one night we're crappie fishing and we use lighted slip floats.
Yeah.
We'd put the lanterns on the rail of the pontoon boat. We had like a little hook that we'd hook the lanterns on, and then we'd put the submersible lights down, one at each end of the pontoon boat. So we had this big area of light.
Yeah.
And we'd fish in like 18 feet of water, and we'd start with slip bobbers and go down about 15 feet.
Yeah.
But we'd fish in the edges of the light,
Really?
not real close to the light. We'd fish out around the edges because that's where the fish are. They won't come into the light. They'll come in to chase the bait.
Oh.
The bait.
But then they'll go back out and hide in the dark as an
okay.
ambush point.
Oh, okay. Makes
So
sense.
we're sitting there, and I'm using one rod, Nick's using one rod, and Gene's got 2 rods going. And he's got a fish, and he brings it up. Nice, 10, 11-inch crappie, real good size fish. And we're sitting there, and I go, you better watch your other pole. And his other pole goes, whoop, up over the side, gone. Crappie took it, right? So we're sitting there laughing, and Nick's laughing at him, making fun of him.
Sure.
And Nick's telling him, 7-year-old kid, just like I've told my kids, and he's telling Gene, that's why you don't fish with 2 rods when they're biting like that. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to end up missing 2 fish at a time because you put one down and grab the other one, and you miss it, and the other one's biting, and you miss it. And he was just ripping on him constantly.
Oh, boy.
But then Gene's fishing there with 1 rod.
Yeah.
So we keep fishing. It's probably an hour later. We're still catching fish, but now we're fishing about 5 feet down because the crappies are starting to come up towards the light. They're getting used to it, and they're not afraid anymore. So Gene's sitting there, and he sets the hook, and he goes, oh, I got a good one. And he brings it up, nice, 11, 12-inch crappie, really nice one. But it has a line coming out of its mouth.
Oh, my.
And he's like, no way.
Oh, my.
And he grabs the crappie and he starts pulling the line up.
And the rod.
He caught the rod
of
the fish that took it previously, like an hour later. And he got his rod back.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was just one of those trips that always sticks with you. So.
Oh, sure. You won't forget that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take a break because
Gene is no longer with us. We did a lot of fishing together, and he great guy. But wherever you're at, Gene, catch a bunch, man.
He's listening to the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll take a short break, and we will return.
To be crying, too many teardrops for one heart to carry on. You're way on top now since you left me.
This is Carl Big Daddy Backnell for Inside the Great Outdoors Radio. We're Cleveland's only live, independent call-in outdoors radio show, and we're in need of sponsors. Every Sunday morning from 7 to 10 a.m., Castaway Coolest, Dr. Norm, Joe Keogh, and myself cover a variety of outdoor-related topics. The show podcast also runs nationally several times a week on the Outdoor Radio Network. If you own a local business and are looking for a place to advertise, Inside the Great Outdoors is for you. For more information, contact Joe Castaway Coolest by email at jcoolis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Lowest rates in town for the fastest 3 hours in radio. Inside the Great Outdoors. Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. Are you ready to catch the big one? Introducing Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs, your ultimate secret weapon for a successful fishing trip. Designed with fishermen in mind, Kodiak Catfish Bombs release an irresistible scent that draws catfish in from miles away. Just toss it in, wait a bit, and watch the action unfold. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, these bombs are hot stuff. Perfect for the weekend angler or those late-night catfish excursions. Watch your catch rate explode with Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs. Available online at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back into the home stretch. The outdoor world of Castaway Coulis is now airing on iHeart during the week.
This is the good news segment.
I know. I started it by accident, so I had to keep going.
No, I'm just teasing you.
I know you are.
I'm
but,
teasing. Not
so,
that I do that very much.
No, just like constant. No, but anyway, good news. I had the good news with the honeybees eating the poop 18 times. 19. From the lantern flies. And so there's a positive. That's good news. Mm-hmm. And
I got a positive.
Okay.
Positive for one of our sponsors, Dion's Meats in Parma.
Go.
You better stop by while they still have them. They have cannolis.
Is that a time of year thing, cannolis?
No.
Mm-mm. Okay.
No, it's actually an Italian pastry.
But it's not related to a holiday.
No.
Like so many other things.
No,
okay.
Not really. You can have them as a
so it's just a new product that they're carrying.
No, it says, oh, yeah, it's cannoli time. Stop in and try one of our delicious cannoli flavors.
So it could be a fall
and
thing.
And the flavors are...
Go ahead.
Traditional cream with chocolate chips, which is like whipped cream with chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice garnished with pistachios.
Ooh.
And Heath bar. So you got three kinds, and I like the pistachio kind, but I don't know about pumpkin spice. It'd probably be pretty good.
Probably.
After your donuts, I don't know, though. They're so rich. Cannolis are a very rich dessert.
I am starting.
Man, they are good.
I'm starting with the apple cider. Ooh.
I had some the other day. We got it from Mapleside. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there's nothing better than
time
apple
of year,
cider.
man.
Oh, I love
Honey
it.
crisp apples and apple syrup.
Oh.
Apple cider.
Yeah.
Apple butter.
Yeah.
I love apple butter.
I do, too.
On English
When I
muffins.
was a youngster and we lived at Hawthorne State...
You were young, boy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My father was the chief engineer at Hawthorne State Hospital. We lived there, and they would take me to like this cafeteria, and I always grabbed apple butter on like a couple pieces of bread. Oh, apple butter is
They let you out, huh?
yeah, right. No, I was that was something living there.
That's
But,
what I told him. That's
yeah,
your dad.
yeah, right. No, he
Very good. He's going to get you.
he controlled everything was steam heated. They had a central. This is pretty cool. They had a big central building where they produced heat, and it fed it through pipes through all the. They were called cottages, and that's how they heated that whole area.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there were tunnels, so you could get from your cottage. Now the residents didn't go out, but the doctors and the other people, and you could go outside and go in a tunnel and go all the way across, maybe 200-300 yards to other buildings. It's a lot different now, but growing up there, but I only lived there because my father died when I was 5, so just been earlier, so you don't remember a lot. But that had to be pretty cool complex to build all that. But he was
Well, that was a big deal being a Boilermaker down there,
yeah, and he was in charge of all of that.
Yeah. Well, even in the shipping industry, this used to be
Yeah.
a big shipping area too.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, and they did everything with steam.
How
Isn't
the
that something?
City of
Steam-
Akron used to heat their downtown
Yeah.
Yeah,
with steam heat.
it's powerful,
Oh yeah.
powerful. They would have used coal.
Coal, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was his job, to do all that. And so that was he had to be pretty smart. But I knew he graduated, back then, I know he graduated early out of high school. I don't know, college, I don't remember what,
They usually would go right into the trades.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's very smart, so.
We forgot to mention the Steelhead Expo was yesterday.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
going to go to that, but
I saw Brian Rambowski said they had lots of cool stuff and vendors and
Yeah.
everything and anything for steelhead fishing, and it should start picking up here very
They're
soon.
saying 48 couple nights
Yeah.
this week, so.
I have another piece of good news.
Okay.
Coming up, the 4th of October, which is coming up a week from yesterday, actually. It's this coming Saturday. The Lake Sturgeon Release Celebration is going to be at the Boston Store Trailhead River Access.
Where's that?
It's right across from Boston Mills Ski Resort in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. They're doing their sturgeon release there. And
They're releasing.
October 4th, 9:15 to 11:30 a.m. Opening remarks are at 9:15. The young fish will be gently released into the river between 9:30 and 11:30.
How many?
Let's see.
Does it say?
Let
So
me-
they're
let me-
doing
let me
it
see.
way upstream
Yes.
from the lake. Oh,
And they want them to make
Live
their
in the-
way, live in the river for a while, then make their way
Oh.
out to the lake, and then they'll imprint to the river,
Okay.
and then so
But
they'll come back to the river.
So, but they did it earlier, didn't they? Do that closer to the lake?
They put some in closer to the mouth already. Yes.
Okay.
So let me see here.
But that's interesting that they're going way up. That's way upstream, and it would
that's
take
a
them.
good idea.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes sense because it'll take them time. Like you said,
Yeah,
they'll
they can
imprint
get
the
acclimated
river.
to the water. They
Right.
can imprint on the stuff that's in the water.
They're probably safer as far as anything
Yeah,
feeding on them.
there's still pike and steelhead in that
Yeah.
area, but
But
they should be able to find cover and there's all sorts of log jams and rocks and things they can get
Stuff to
under and
hide
in.
around
Yeah.
and hide behind.
oh, that's
and-
smart.
yeah.
I like that idea a lot better
This
than
is
the other
this
way.
is going to be very cool, doesn't it?
And when is that again?
Saturday,
October 4th.
October 4th, 9:15 a.m.
Okay.
And
Where?
Cuyahoga Valley National Park at the Boston Store. Boston Trailhead is what it's called.
Okay.
So that's the overflow parking lot. The store is right there.
Do they
So,
say how many they're putting in?
It doesn't say,
Doesn't say.
but there's going to be. I'm
They're
not
they're
sure,
like what
quite a
7-8
few.
inches or
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty good sized
I'm
fish.
trying to do a preview on it for the news, but I'm getting
Yeah.
pushback.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Oh, okay. Well, that's good though. That's
I
pretty
don't know why,
amazing
but-
that they could even think of doing that with the lake or the river, with what the river
Yeah.
was.
the way
so
the Cuyahoga's been cleaned up. And
yes,
It's
to go.
amazing.
It's funny because
From what
right
it
in that
used to
area,
be.
that's where the Boston Mills,
Yeah.
the
Ski place.
paper mill.
Yeah, the
It was
paper mill.
actually
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
So that was
it
bad.
Was right, yeah, it had a lot of pollution and
Yeah.
chemicals and
Smelled bad.
all that stuff.
Oh, you want
And,
to talk about smell? When you're out in British Columbia and when you're near those mills, oh my God, the whole area, I don't care where you go, how far, that is a smell that
wood
is
pulp is not a pleasant
terrible.
thing.
No.
Oh, it is. It is really bad.
It's not like a campfire.
Oh my God, no! It's a acidic. Oh, it's terrible,
Well, you
terrible.
Can smell them, 10 miles away.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. So just
Yeah,
seeing that's what it was
That's
to
some
what
really
it
good
is now.
news.
They're putting sturgeon
Because
in the same.
It's there's all sorts of different good things about this. Because number one, you think, okay, the Cuyahoga is clean enough and healthy enough to
Right.
support a fish like that, a large fish. The second good thing is lake sturgeon used to be native to Lake Erie and Ohio and the tributaries, but it was fished out. And
Commercial.
it commercially fished to the point where it couldn't recover and then the lakes and the rivers all got polluted
They couldn't
and
breathe.
they couldn't breed. So, and the rivers were all dammed up and all of that, and all of these things cascaded to the point where, that species disappeared and was extirpated.
Can you imagine in 10 years having
Yeah.
8, 9, 10-foot fish swimming around
That'd
in
be
the
pretty
river?
cool.
Wow.
See, they've already done it in the Maumee River. The Toledo Zoo and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service started a program 5 or 7 years ago. And they've
Really?
already
Something
got
like that.
spawning.
Yeah.
They've already got spawning pairs that come up the Maumee River
Ooh.
That's
and
really
lay eggs and all
pretty
that
neat.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So, but yeah, that's some super good news.
That's an ancient fish.
Yes, yes. And I know when I was chartering in the 70s, you would hook something, couldn't do nothing with it. It just stayed down. And
It's the 1870s?
yeah.
Okay.
And very could well have been a sturgeon because we
Yeah.
hooked some really big
They
fish.
caught a few out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I say
They
that
catch
could
them
have been
out
that.
west more now because of the ones that come in from the Maumee. But they caught the one off of Cleveland on the holiday a couple years ago, and I know they've caught them out east too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Woo. Man, that show, like normal, flew by. Wow. So, time to get out there and enjoy the weather. Nice time of year. Nice color. Colors are really popping already. Little early, but that's okay. So
Only
get
one
out
color
there.
to worry about today, Joe.
No,
Only one color.
orange.
You got it.
Okay. And the Indians, too. It'd be nice for them to win the
Guardians.
division, too, because it would be a record. No one ever came back from being inside. It was terrible how bad it was, and now it's so good. Anyway, make a call to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Win-win situation. They'll smile. You'll smile. It'd be a nice thing. And as I always say, remember, a day without a smile is a day wasted. And we've been doing a lot of smiling today. Of course, they had a good pin cushion to pick on. As my mother would always tell me now, Joey, don't you ever take any wooden nickels.
You've been listening to Inside the Great Outdoors with Joe Coolis, Joe Keogh, and Dr. Norm. Join us every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 1420 The Answer. Download the podcast of today's show and previous broadcasts at IGOradio.com. Follow the show on Facebook and get interactive with the cast and crew. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, 7 a.m., right here on AM 1420 The Answer.